everyone. Hey, there you are.
Yeah, there I am.
Welcome, everybody, to the 2025 Spooktober Visual Novel Jam Awards. Yay.
I'm gonna kill the soundboard.
No, I need to clap, please. All I want to clap.
Thank you. Thank you for the applause.
Imagine making me use my actual arms.
For those that aren't fully aware of what's going on here for some reason, Stella, would you like to introduce yourself and talk about what this visual novel jam is all about?
Sure, Chisu, thanks. So I am Stella at Make Visual Novels. Wow, yeah. No, this is the award show for the Spooktober Visual Novel Jam. Yeah. So every year we do a big event in September where we encourage a bunch of visual novel developers to do their best in impressing us, the judges, with their best Halloween-themed visual novel. We've got a bunch of prizes for them. And yeah, and this is the culmination of all of that. This is what we're doing. So, yeah, got a whole bunch of other people with us. Do we want to, Chap, do you want to go first?
Sure. Yeah, I'm Chaplin, aka ᴠɪᴅᴇᴏ. I'm a streamer, and I also yap a lot about anime on both my website and weekly on a podcast talking about manga. So that's me.
And you are
a lot
also,
of visual novel talk as well. Yeah.
And all of you are also judges, so keep that in mind. That's why you're introducing yourselves.
Oh yeah, I guess I judged this jam. Maybe, yeah.
Maybe that happened. Great. Ari.
Hi, I'm Arimia. Yeah, I love visual novels. This is my X amount of year judging Spooktober. I've been making visual novels for over a decade now. They are near and dear to my heart. Along with Halloween, it is the best time of the year. So thank you, everyone, for joining us today, and everyone who submitted for Spooktober.
All right. Next up, we have Signy.
I'm Signy. I've been a part of a Dev Talk community for a few years now, and this is my second year helping judge for Spooktober. I'm very excited to be helping again. Thank you.
All right. And Vimy.
I am Vimy from Visual Novel Design. I have been making visual novels for, many years now. This is my third year judging for the Spooktober Game Jam. I've made King of the Cul-de-sac, which if you've ever made a game on Ren'Py, it's featured on the homepage there. And I was lucky enough to be a entrant for this game jam 5 years ago to win third place for Romancing Flesh. And I decided that's the best I could do, and I'm never doing another one. No, I did one more loser. But no, I absolutely love this game jam. I love seeing the stuff you guys come up with year after year. And I absolutely adore seeing the people who keep coming back. There are certain devs I've been rooting for, and this is another year. I'm really excited. I have a couple of faves out there where you guys are going to be pretty pleased with yourselves.
Not here with us is our other. We have one more judge that's not here with us today. She is over in Japan, I believe, right now. Shino was a developer who also, like Vimy, won a previous year. And she was helping us out. She's been helping us out for a couple of years now, judging. So she unfortunately will not be joining us. But we all know that, she's in our hearts. So
That's right. Shino's with us in spirit.
We will enjoy Yuri in her steed.
Yes.
very true.
And I'm Chizu. Hi, I'm Chizu. I'm your student council president, vtuber. I'm also a judge and a sponsor this year. Let's talk about that. Before we get started with presenting the nominees for different awards, let's talk about the sponsors for this year's show with Visual Novel Machinery, which is a visual novel engine plugin for the Unreal Engine. With VN Machinery, you can leverage the power of Unreal while keeping visual novel development simple. Light.vn, a user-friendly standalone visual novel engine that supports 3D and has a live editor so you can preview as you write. Jotaku Network. Hey, would you like to talk about this one, chap?
Oh my god, whoa, that's me again. Hello. We write a lot about anime, manga, visual novels, light novels, the works. We've sponsored Spooktober for 2 years now, I think. It's a very great game jam. I've been a judge here for a while, and I just really like to see all the works you guys make. And we write reviews about works that get sent to us often on the Jotaka Network website. So if you're somebody who's ever wanted to try to get your game out there, websites like mine are some places to check out. So thank you so much, everybody who participates in these every year. We really love to see all the creative works that you guys make. That's why we keep helping out funding it.
Heck yeah. We've also got vndev.wiki. The VNDev Wiki aims to be a comprehensive source of information about visual novel development for beginners and experienced devs alike, including definitions, resources, and guides. We've also got vtuber, which is DevTalk's preferred manufacturer for anime and character-themed merch. You can use this code, Spooktober, &vtuber-8, for a flat $8 off your order with vtuber. And finally, ᴠɪᴅᴇᴏ곶 of Bizatsu. Hey, that's me. I don't think I need to say anything else about that. All right.
You don't want to talk about it? You can talk about it. I'm not gonna hold you back.
What would I even say? You're here. You know what I'm about.
I know what you're about, but what about all these people watching?
You should follow Bizatsu on social media platforms to learn more about my VTuber agency that's going to be opening auditions later this year. Cool. Okay. There you go.
Imagine sponsoring and then not taking advantage of the sponsorship. You're too humble, Chizu. That's not very ENTJ of
Me
you.
humble? That's crazy. You're right. Anyway, this year we have 3 awards and 3 special category prizes. Standard awards don't come with a prize, but they come with the recognition of what you're able to accomplish. So let's get started with loglines. Loglines are a simple but potent way to communicate the core idea or theme of your visual novel. A well-crafted logline grabs your reader's attention and leaves them asking the questions that bring them to buying your game. Loglines are so useful, in fact, that the mere act of having to make one can expose new potential in your project or reveal concepts that might not work. Here's this year's nominees. Tricky Gamble,
Dream State.
Bygone Snow,
Midnight Oil.
The Boochiller,
Sorry, my magic's running a little slow.
and the winner of Best Logline is Midnight Oil.
Very cool. Very cool. Vimy, do you want to talk about this? I know you had a lot to say about this.
Yeah, this is from one of those teams that I've been following for a few years now, Featherboy. Loved this entry and the logline. Let me read this one out loud. I sold my soul to the company store. Now the Reaper wants it back. That is the whole game. It really brings you into it. Just that, I sold my soul to the company store brings back all those like kind of folk stories from the early 20th century. I absolutely love this bit of working class Americana. So this was a really fun one.
What's our next category?
Thumbnails. Thumbnails are an important part of packaging your visual novel that quickly communicates theme, genre, and other important information to your readers. Here are the nominees for this year's Best Thumbnail. Midnight Oil.
Oh. Prima Donna.
Tokidoki Tactical Squad.
Working title.
And this year's winner of Best Thumbnail is Working Title.
Very good. Very good. I really appreciate any time anyone uses GIFs or animation in their opening bit, and a lot of the contestants always use like this sort of like light animation when it comes to like, oh, it's glitching out. So very fun to see it again. So also the striking visual of it, someone's eye being replaced by a flower. It's an attention grabber for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thumbnail, I also just want to add, it has a really good use of like incorporating multiple themes into it that are very relevant to the story. So it's very nice to see that as well.
Thank you, Signy.
Yeah. Thank you. So the next category is Best Monster. It wouldn't be Halloween without some otherworldly creatures going bump in the night. The following creatures were notably monstrous. Here are the nominees for Best Monster. The Reverend Mother from the Song of Invermere.
The Pest from The Pest.
The Porter from Double Exposure. And the winner for Best Monster goes to the Reverend Mother of the Song of Invermere.
Yeah, this was just so the Song of Invermere just had a lot of standout character designs. For this category, we look for any kind of monster or costume, any kind of just really unique character design that fits Halloween. And the Song of Invermere had several that could have gone up in this category, but the Reverend Mother was the one that really stood out the most to me. It's a haunting, grotesque design that's just like, you just can't look away from it. You're just so like, oh, wow. Very, very solid character designs in the entire game.
We couldn't show them that were that grotesque.
For real.
Which
I'd
means
like
you'll
to
just
add,
have to
though-
play it to see for yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah. A lot of the monster and character designs really leave you wondering what the heck happened to these people. All right, let's take a moment to talk about your favorite. One last category for this section. It's not up to the judges to decide this one. It's up to you. Itch.io's favorite award is given to the submission that has the highest number of ratings in the jam. Your choice for this year's Itch.io favorite was Don't Eat the Cashier.
It had over 500 ratings by the time I had looked at it, so which is almost 5 times as much as the next project. So it kind of took that one and ran with it.
Listen, nobody believes me, but I'm always saying it, okay? Clowns are in, okay? Okay, you can't boo me, okay? I'm right. 500-something people voted on Itch.io saying that I'm right, okay? Yeah, it really shows. There's a lot of different kind of love interest in this story. It's very, it was good well crafted. It's very clear why a lot of people liked it.
It's definitely the Incubus.
It's definitely the clown.
I like
It's
the
a clown.
Incubus. I'm a fan of the
No
Incubus.
It's definitely
one's,
Bob.
no one's going to
I think
mention
it's
the
Bob.
slime.
It's a very hung a very hung judge panel on this one.
I appreciated the manager ending very much.
Yep.
It's true. Yeah.
All right, next up we have Best VA. The Best Voice Actor Award is our ongoing commitment to making great visual novels, and voice acting can bring amazing depth to any experience.
Legitimately, this is this has probably been the most packed year when it comes to voice acting. I've actually lost count of how many different voice actors were involved in this one, and this was a really hard choice too. So, why don't we go ahead and go through the nominees?
This year's nominees for Best VA go to Gina Lee Smith as Laura, If One Goes Astray.
Robin van der Neet as Nova from Toki Toki Tactical Squad.
Sean Cadieux as Cadell from Midnight Oil.
Sam Grace as the Sheriff in West Ending.
And this year's
This
winner
one
of
was
Best VA. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say this one was really hard to pick from. So many good actors this year.
Sean Cadieux as Cadell from Midnight Oil.
Congratulations, Sean. Very well deserved.
Nice work.
Yeah, this was another one where I did not realize he was putting on an accent. I had to find his reel elsewhere and listen to some of his other stuff because it's a very natural sound to it. Really nice cadence to his line reads. And it really transported me kind of into that whole other realm there. There were a lot of other like stand-up performances in here. There's like 2 voice actors playing Death in like a dual role. But Sean really knocked it out of the park on this one. So great work.
The Best Cinematography Award goes to the team and director who put together the best visual experience given the limited time and resources. One of the biggest complaints that many of our readers have about visual novels is stale and static presentation. And this category is to help us encourage developers to think about everything they can put into the box. This year's nominees for Best Cinematography are Dead Ringer,
Margrim.
Strange Tales from Longchen, Sacrifice,
We Belong Dead.
and this year's winner for Best Cinematography goes to Dead Ringer.
I liked the how do I put this? These are all fantastically directed visual novels. The scene direction in them is very specific. It's clear that the directors had a clear vision of what they wanted it to look like. But Dead Ringer was just a bit more clear cut in their vision. You right after starting the game, you'll get to where there's like a zoom in and a like a search spotlight zone in on character, and you're just like, yes, this is a game that knows exactly what they were going for, and it really shows. Just a really stellar looking game.
Music is an important part of setting the tone for visual novel readers. From campy tunes that say it's okay to laugh and let your guard down, to ambient tracks that evoke a sense of dread and tension. Here are the nominees for Best Original Soundtrack. Bent Wires,
Midnight Oil,
Working Title, and this year's winner for Best Original Soundtrack goes to Midnight Oil.
I feel like eyes are going at me to talk about
Yeah.
Midnight Oil again.
Well, I mean, let's talk about the soundtrack specifically this time. There's a lot
Yeah.
to say about it, but go ahead.
Yeah, just the opening song describes the game. It is an original track just describing the plot of the game, which is a Saturday morning breakfast cereal kid. I appreciate that anytime a song like kind of goes over that stuff. But I loved the mixing on it. Again, it's going for that like lo-fi working class sound from the early 20th century. And you know, it really doubles down on the lo-fi aspect, but for the rest of the soundtrack, like it really merges so well. It really envelopes you in those vibes. So the whole soundtrack was really wonderful. Great job from this team.
Very good stuff.
All right. And that brings us to the top 3 awards. Are y'all ready?
I'm
Are
not
y'all
sure
ready
I'm
for
ready,
the top
honestly.
3 judges' favorite? Are you ready?
God, I don't know. I don't know.
Ready?
This
Come
was
on.
such a close year. Like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not kidding. This is the closest we've ever had. I say that like every year, but like
It
the
was
top 3 were
really
all within a
close.
point of each other, and
And
4
for
or
good
5
reason.
and 4 or 5 and
Yeah.
6 were also on the heels of third very closely. Like I have never seen
Yes.
it be this contentious, this close between all of the placing entries and the rest of the top 10. It was an insane year this year.
We had so many entries vying for those top spots, and just so many that could have easily taken them. But the ones that were top 3 that we will get to in just a bit, just squeaked it out a bit more above the rest. Whether that is a bit more polish, a bit more cohesive art direction, a bit more just really well-rounded structure. These are just really standout games this year. So it has been a great year so far, but I guess we are ready to share the top 3 now.
I guess so.
All right.
You heard the lady.
T.
All right. This year's third place winner is Don't Eat the Cashier.
They ate this year, honestly.
was
Chizu,
very,
I believe
very
this was
fun.
your favorite.
This
correct?
one was my favorite, which this is an Otome, not a Yuri. Some people might be shocked by this. But I enjoyed it a lot. It was very cute and fun. And the art was
And
very
who
nice.
was
I
the
enjoyed
best?
it.
Who was the best character?
I mean, I liked them all.
No,
But-
no. I don't want that answer. No, I
All
asked
of
an question.
I really
All of them
liked
but the
Incubus.
clown.
I really liked
Incubus,
the
yeah.
Incubus.
I like the Incubus too.
He
He
was
was
so
cute.
nervous and awkward and shy, and is like, "Oh, that's so cute."
The art in this was really nice. It was a solitary kind of setup because you're spoilers, a cashier. And Yet they were able to do a lot with it because the sprites were really expressive. They had a lot of different like poses and such, and just different ways of interacting with the countertop space that you are stuck in. But it was really good.
Yeah, so much of how it presented each of the different interactions you have was really unique and interesting. I am also a fan of saying that clowns are in specifically when it comes to this game. Okay, so it was very, very fun with the interactions. I loved all the interactions you had with the manager. I loved so many of the different choices that you had with some of the dialogue with them later on too. It made it really, really fun in different ways for how you want to interact with the different choices you have available with the customers. So it was very nice. I liked it.
All right. And now for second. Second place goes to SpookY2K.
Yes, let's go.
Now,
Listen.
this was Chap's favorite,
It
correct?
sure was. I walked away from a call for like 10 minutes when Chap was talking about it, and I came back and he was still going. So, Chap,
could've-
why
Oh
don't you
my God.
share a piece of that with the folks?
Oh my God. Spook Y2K. Okay. Huge favorite to me. It takes us back in time to a Halloween party set in 1999 where you've lost your memories but have a strange sense that something bad's happened, and that's not stopping you from having fun at a retro style party. I really love the art style that they used here, the character designs that they set up for them and their 90s Halloween costumes, the whole atmosphere of it. I loved Nanu, I think, was my personal favorite of the cast of characters there. She's very cute, tragically accident prone, which is a moe point, but that's, yeah. I'm a
Very
big
cute.
fan of time travel focused stories in general, which we get a lot of when it comes to visual novels, but Spook Y2K, in my opinion, knows the right ways to have fun with that initial premise. And it's got a big cast of 6 characters to hang out with, multiple routes to go through, with even more planned in the future that they're adding on. So on top of all that, it does neat things with its special presentation and gives you a massive amount of accessibility options to tailor these things how you want. It's a really strong visual novel experience in so many ways. It's amazing. I can't wait to see what else they're planning to add in the future. I'm very, very excited. They did amazing. So, yeah, I think it's okay. There's a lot more I could say, but I don't want to spoil many things that happen later. So it's
Chap-
very, very good. So
Chap could speak a lot
For
more
all
to
of
this.
that, I think it's okay.
I think he talked to me for
it's
about
all
half
right.
an hour about it. And I was just like,
It's
"Dang."
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
you know.
Yeah.
It's good. It's very, very good.
It's extremely high praise coming from someone who's running a review site. So, I'd say it's pretty
That's
good.
true.
All right. Before we go on to unveil the first place winner, let's talk a moment about honorable mentions. And here they are.
This was a heck of a year. Really was.
It sure was. Well, let's I guess each of us, let's talk about a one from the honorable mentions that we all enjoyed. Oh no, I have to pick one.
Oh no.
I'm prepared for this.
My
Maybe you
choice
know.
was my choice was I loved Onigashima. That one, the writing on that was absolutely solid. And it's another one of the VNs that's doing a lot with how you loop through the game over and over again, which a number of entries hit on this year. But I think that one I think it tackled it in a way that was particularly successful and in a way that I found really nice. And I also appreciated, like, you could stop at almost any time and you're going to have like a pretty good story experience. And just the deeper you go, the worse it gets until finally, like, you hit that true ending. And there's just that like hint of like, but like, is it, what's this endless cycle of, okay, you want to know what? I'm not going to spoil it. You should read it. Ba-dump bump.
Vimy talked about Onigashima as long as Chap talked to me about ᴡᴜᴇᴏ2K, if that tells
And
you.
if I was there with him, I'd be talking with him even longer with that because there was so much to talk about with Onigashima. I really enjoyed it too.
I really liked Spooky 2K. That was really good too.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
If you had gotten those two in a room, they would have never stopped. Endless loop.
Thank goodness.
We still got time to yap about it later. Don't worry.
I
I
really
yep.
enjoyed Strange Tales from Longshun Sacrifice. Very interesting art style. I am a connoisseur of incredibly obscure doujin games that nobody has ever seen. And it kind of gave me that feel because it is set, I believe, in 2004, and it is to recreate a message board. Creepy things are happening to the main character. The art direction was solid. It was just very good. As you saw, I was one of the nominees for Best Cinematography. That was for good reason. There's just like a lot of art assets that they really used well, and every screen, every piece of dialogue felt like it was a different screenshot. Just looked very different from the rest. Very well done. Also, Yuri.
True.
That's an important
Yuri.
note.
Yep. Very
I'll,
important. Very important.
I want to also give a shout out to House Tour with Zai Zai.
Yes.
I thought the use of having 3D models for the characters was an excellent way to recreate that like early 2000s children's edutainment CD-ROM game that it's going for. It looked great. It was creepy and unsettling the whole time. It was a very enjoyable game for me to play personally.
Yeah, I was a big fan of Monstocracy personally. I really liked the three different characters that you could choose to interact with there. The whole setup of the convoluted monster shipment workplace setting. I was a big fan of the moth character, especially. It's very cute. And I know Shino's not here, but I would also shout out, and I believe Shino would also shout out Bygone Snow. This one was actually, I believe, a Game Boy emulation entry, but it was very, very good. Its story was like Yuri exes who meet up towards the end of the world, and it's very short but very nice. It's a very cool experience.
And while we're talking about Monstrocracy, let's point out a
Yes.
couple other games that had some working class heroes in them. So special
Yeah.
shout out for Monstrocracy, Midnight Oil, and for Deadstock
Yeah,
for
Deadstock.
having
Ooh,
for having workers that stood up to their bosses. So good job on all or at least asserted their rights. So good on all of them.
I
Deadstock
get
was
this
a
often.
pretty good mixture of like just a lot of like core concepts that they refined and put it all together. It was good.
Yeah,
I'm
I
so glad you made
lost
this
a ton of
switch,
money.
Shizu.
I lost a ton of money on the raccoon trash barrel gambling mechanic that they had as a bonus way to try to make money in that game. It was very.
And I had over $1,000 by the time I finished that game.
Is this where that
A
meme
lot of
came
hats.
from? Because you guys were talking about this raccoon and losing all your money at the raccoon,
Yes.
and I had no idea what you were talking about.
I won.
You can interact with
my
all the
money.
characters you're in a mall, you can interact with all the characters, but then there's also just a trash can. If you visit, there's a raccoon. You could gamble on it. It's very funny.
This
I
is
have a
why
couple
it was so
shout-outs,
contentious.
too.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I want to shout out We Belong Dead. I'm a sucker for problematic
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
toxic Yuri.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh, yes.
I really liked the climax of that. It was very cool. You all should play it. And I also want to shout out Double Exposure. I thought that the method of investigation with the picture development was really creative, and I thought that the porter was a really creepy pasta-ish kind of urban legend monster. I thought it was really cool.
Mm.
My favorite part of We Belong Dead is how they put Evil Stella in there.
So true.
If you guys want to get that joke, feel free to go play it.
The art direction, too, specifically in We Belong Dead, very good. Very good.
I honestly love seeing the callbacks to the old PC 95 style gameplay where the UI takes up a considerable amount of the screen. And people have a lot of fun with that. Tokidoki Tactical Squad also did the same thing. And it's one of the things I really love about that aesthetic from that time. So I honestly loved both of them for that. So it was really good.
All right, are we
Get all out of our
ready?
system.
Are we ready to unveil the first place winner?
I'm not sure
Let's
I'm
do
ready,
it.
but let's do it. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
And the first place winner of this year's Spooktober Visual Novel Jam Awards is Dead Ringer.
Let's go,
Absolutely.
Dead Ringer.
Yep.
Woo!
Dead Ringer.
Okay, go ahead.
go on,
I was just
Stella.
gonna say who wants to go first.
No, you first. No,
Because I know every single one of you wants to.
All right, shush. Dead Ringer. Fantastic. This was my 10 out of 10. I love me a good murder mystery that is solid, but also cuts right to the chase. I don't like to waste a lot of time, and this one did not waste any time. You follow a disgruntled private eye, I believe, private detective, and he is tasked to go to a mansion. There's been a murder there. Several. And there he finds a Necronomicon. And with the help of it, you have to solve these murders. The art style is very, very polished and very stylistic. But then the art direction, very good. The cinematography, as we mentioned with the cinematography category, very solid, very good. Just a really well-made visual novel all around. It was one of those where, like, I did not notice time fly by so much. And for these, for our honorable mentions, I always try to get multiple endings if there are... I try to see everything if there is more to see. And this was one of the ones where I was not frustrated at all to go back and see those things. I was like, I have to go see everything. I want to go see everything that this story has to tell me, everything here that it has to offer. I was excited to see more of it. So, very solid. My favorite of this year. Who wants to go next?
I can go next. I'll also say that this was also my favorite, like 10 out of 10 this year. To echo what Ari said, the fact that the game just got like almost straight into it was fantastic. There was like no delay in getting to the good part. Essentially, was very good. Characters and the writing were also fantastic. They all had very different perspectives and unique voices that made them all very interesting and engaging to want to talk to, which is great because you have to talk to them because you're investigating what's going on in this mansion. And additionally, just sometimes playing all the games as a judge, it's like, oh, this is a great game. It's going to do really well. But that's a great game. Maybe that can compete for top 3. Dead Ringer, when I played it, it was very quickly into the game. I was like, oh, this is it. I'm not sure. Just compared, it's like, what else is going to do better? And it was my favorite this year. Definitely deserves first place this year.
It definitely kicked down the door. That's for sure.
Yeah, Dead Ringer. Oh my god, all of the characters. I think I really love. Like even when you get to later on, when you're trying to interview like some other kid. Like I had thought there was a certain point where these are all the characters I'm going to meet. I like them. You know, these are all the characters. Then there was more and more and more, and all of them I really enjoyed. Like. And as they've already said, it goes right into it being interesting, and it really holds it like throughout the entire time. I think it was very solid. I really liked how it handled how you had to progress the game. It was very, very like it definitely deserves first. It was Dead Ringer. Oh my god, it was great.
I'll just say
Anyone
I
else?
really like stories where the protagonist has to work like cooperatively with some nefarious kind of like obviously evil thing. That's always a very fun dynamic for me. I thought it was very interesting and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the first time that a furry visual novel has taken first, which is very cool to me. The last time that something like this even got close to happening, a couple years ago, we had a third place entry. And so seeing a furry VN get this far is great. It's something I know that their community's been really trying every year, and someone broke through and got through. Very proud of them. I think that's all we have to say about them, right?
That's all we got for that one. Okay, well, that this year was a lot of fun. This was my first year judging, and thank you for welcoming me onto the judge team. It was very fun.
How
I got to play
was
a
it
lot
fun?
of really cool VNs. It was.
This was the first year that we've actually had that judge pass system, which helped out a lot. Typically, like a judge would have to read some 70 to 80 visual novels without it. So, and this year we managed to get away with a much better split, a much healthier split for us. So,
That's a
thank
lot.
you all of you for thank you all of you for participating, for contributing to the jam itself. Judges, thank you for all the time and effort you guys have put into it. And thank you all for watching.
Also, join Dev Talk. You do a lot of visual novel jams all year long.
We sure do. We sure do. Next one I think we have coming up is actually a voice actor jam. That's pretty cool. It's called Raise Your Voice. Coming up in November.
And then Winter Jam.
Yeah, Winter Jam. Let's go.
And then the year starts over, baby. And then we got all of the ones again next year.
It never stops.
Can't wait.
It never stops.
Time to start planning Spooktober 2026 already.
There are some people right now in the chat
Keep
that are doing
deving.
exactly that.
Keep deving. Don't stop.
Thank you, everyone who submitted to Spooktober this year. This was another fantastic year. Some really solid entries we got. Go look at all of the honorable mentions and the top 3, of course. They were all wonderful. Yay for making more visual novels.
Yeah. I think our community has actually, with Spooktober this year, has contributed to the creation of over 1,000 visual novels as of this year.
That's
pretty insane.
Amazing. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
And now we need to get those on Steam and flood the market so that they will recognize visual novels.
Blot out the sun. That's always been our goal.
That's true. That's
So
true.
many that get released on Steam every year.
I
We need
actually
more.
I heard Spooky 2K is going there.
Yeah.
Yo, let's go.
Mhm, I know they are.
All
Okay.
right, don't stop making cool stuff. And take care of yourselves and each other. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.